what it do. Talking to you about the things that people say and do. I am your MC, Master of Ceremony, Bama Jamma. Coming at you today with a new show, the For Shows It Show. Coming at you today with commentary about the latest events and any and everything that's going on in the world today. A little celebrity, like grits and gravy, your favorite baby. From Florida to Carolina, I know I kind of remind you of a player so clean from all the way back, blessing these fiends with no strings attached. From the rubber, I start to bubble. To my wife, that's the queen, I love her. Like a kid with snacks and all sorts of treats. Got cavities from many, no need to cheat. Let's get started and talk this year. Catchphrase coming right now. I
told you that shit. You gonna it's your first time. Hey, let me go ahead call his mama real quick and we gonna get to the bottom of it. Alright, you go ahead and do that. And she better say the right shit because if she don't, I'm about to get you swinging in this. On God, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Her ass not answering the phone, huh? Her ass probably well, I thought ass. Hey, bro. Man, why not told you? Hey, get him out your phone. That's not your motherfucking son. That's my motherfucking son. This you want to be wrestling with so motherfucking bad. This you want to be wrestling with so bad. What you gonna do? Hey, she said I answered the phone, huh? Hey, bro, all right. I'm really showing you. Yeah, all right. Out here. Hey, like I said, watch your motherfucking son. Ain't your motherfucking son. Hold on. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Keisha. Hey, she up here trying to take Sean with him.
Let me get a little closer.
What? You ain't clean her nowhere until you pay your child support.
For sure. That's what might have been happening, my boy, if you'd have ran up on me like that in the barbershop getting your child head cut. Standing my ground. I feel threatened. Boy, look at you. This is the perfect example of a stepdad situation gone wrong. Gone awry. First off, you ain't got no business with that doggone female right there, my boy. Because guess what? It shows that she got bad decision-making skills. Because first of all, how you gonna choose to lay down with a brother like that that's got a 0 to 1,000 degree temperature? If anything, he should have been dapping you up and saying, appreciate you, my boy, for taking him to get a haircut, because he was looking like he was out there in the desert somewhere. But instead, he want to show out. He want to go to flex and run it all up in your face in the barber shop like he gonna do something. My dad always told me that if a man do a lot of talking, he gonna do a lot of walking. You understand? My dad always told me be the first one to deliver the knockout blow. And that was the perfect time to deliver that knockout blow. And then, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Woo-sa, woo-sa. Let me take a woo-sa moment on what that other dude did. Now, he just showed his lameness to the 10th degree. Let me call Keisha. Keisha gonna get you straight. First off, Keisha wouldn't have known nothing about it until I got back to the house. Because guess what? That's when she would have found out that he was up there in the hospital. Then Keisha gonna get on the phone. You tell him he ain't gonna get the child until he pay my child support. And he repeating it. Man, don't you never in your lifetime repeat nothing that no woman tell you to tell a man. On with this. Boy, I had to take me another one, but my blood pressure all up through my head. Good God Almighty. Boy, look at him. Boy, woo. Couldn't have been Bama Jamma. Man, that joke would have been laying out in the floor, looking up at the stars. They would be like, man, what happened to him? I don't know. He fell. Let me get a roll time. Let's hear one more here.
At some point, he got to go.
Never no time.
At some point, he
Never no time. Never no time.
Well, found the Christian.
No, you talking about you grown and you gotta go somewhere. I told him, you understand, you ain't going no damn where. You go when you get ready.
Man, I just feel at some point you need to make your own way. That's what I be want to walk through the house naked sometime, and there you go. So, I mean, what,
No, if anything, you can go now here. How about that?
Bills in here, you don't tell me where I can go. Why do I gotta get my mama house? Like, why do I gotta leave my mama house?
Period.
And you down there 40 years old, down there, it's time to go. I mean, at what point? I'm 29 now. Well, that's pretty good. 10
But you
years
know what?
away.
When I met you was living with your mama.
Man, please, I was in and out. Come on, man.
With your mama.
I was 22 years old.
Now you gonna tell me because he 29.
I ain't getting up. I'm not getting up. I'm
Man,
not
he has to go.
I'm not going nowhere.
He has to
Mama
go.
house,
Well,
You ain't gotta go
you know
nowhere.
what? Damn, they ain't gonna pay no bills either. Then, damn it. Now, how you feel about that? You don't want him to go? I won't pay the bills. But
You gonna continue to pay
he
the
got to
bills.
go, though, man. It's too much. See, we arguing and stuff about stuff. You know
But
what
at
I'm
the end of the
saying?
day, all you gotta do is tell me to help. I ain't saying nothing. Like,
Man, you a
sorry,
grown
I ain't
ass
saying
man. You supposed to know the man, garbage overfill. You supposed to know to take that outside. Come on, man. I don't have to tell you all this stuff, man.
But the thing is, I'm barely here, so I'm barely making garbage. So why I got to the garbage shop, I'm barely here. If I'm barely here, barely making garbage, barely making dishes, like why I gotta do anything?
She gonna always make excuses for you, man. But
Right, he don't even be here. So what is you talking about? He don't be here like that. He come here,
when
he
he's
sleeps, and
here,
then he
he
on
needs
business
to
the
help
rest
out.
of the day.
When he's here, he needs to help out. He needs to do some things. He
Well,
needs
I
to be
tell you what,
productive.
he ain't paying no
well,
bills,
damn it,
and
he
he
gonna
ain't
start
got
paying some bills around
I
us.
ain't paying, but I gotta pay.
I'd rather for him to
My
get the
mama,
fuck out.
listen, my mama said I gotta pay no bills. I ain't paying no
He
bills.
gotta pay.
I ain't gotta
What
pay
I want him to do is
for it.
save his money and do what he needs to do with his
See,
money
you know the reason
and
why
not
he is
pay
the
no
way he is,
bills.
because all this stuff you bring it to him, he still got the titty in the mouth. You let all that
hell
stuff
no.
go on.
No, you know what I know? You jealous. You jealous of my son.
You would
You
say
jealous
that.
of my son.
Only you would say some bull
But I
crap.
don't know if you just not, but I just know I ain't getting on my mama's house. Like, if I gotta get my mama's house, you gotta put me on my mama's house. At the end of the day.
Well, damn it, I'm be carrying you. You got to go.
What you mean you want to carry him out in
No
the
problem carrying them out. I shoot them on out. And you,
Michael, now you know good and damn well I'm not kicking my son.
what?
But at the end of the day, I ain't worried about it. Like, at the end of the day, I'm here. I live here, so until I'm ready to get out, I'm gonna be here. So,
At what point is you trying to? What's your plans for this man? What's
my plan is to stay in here as long as I need to stay here. That's
I
my.
mean, what if he 45, 50?
And he gonna be 45, 50 up in here.
Crazy as hell. You, well, damn it, I'm gonna be out there.
Fine.
Or he's going
Get
to
the
go.
stepping. Get the stepping. Because this is my only son. He ain't going nowhere.
That's what's
My only son,
You
shit.
the one made him like this because yo, we
You
ass.
know
You
what?
made him.
Come and go. Your son is forever.
I see what I'm saying.
You better go.
I see what I'm saying. That's
Right. And like
see,
I said,
you made him this way. You made him
No,
this
I
way.
ain't make him this
This
way.
is a product of your.
I ain't making this way.
This is
Like
a
I
product
said,
of
it ain't
your
like he
bad
don't.
decision. Your bad
It
choice.
ain't like he don't know how to get out here. Like I said, when he ready to only son.
At some point, he got to go.
Never know.
First off, man, Lord have mercy, Jesus, man, I done heard it. Oh, man, look at here. All that's going on with you and that lady and that boy, that was going on before we got to this video. Boy, look at him. 40 years old, he walk around high, going all that up in the refrigerator. No, he ain't bought no groceries. Drinking out the jug like he done put something up in there. And you sitting at the table talking about what's your plan for him. What's your plan for him? Hell, you tell him what the plan is. Get the hell out. Then talking about you got to, talking about all he got to do is tell him to help, and he'll help. Oh, I'll tell you what you help with. Help get your ass up out of him. Then talking about taking the trash out and all this other stuff, and then this doggone mom sitting there with her breast Similac all around his mouth and just talking up something. Telling him, my son ain't going nowhere. Talking to the man like that now. Then she telling him, a son is forever and a man come and go. Well, I guess a man do come and go if you got your 40-year-old son sitting up in there. Lady, you done lost your damn mind if you think a man finna come up in there and take care of you with your chubby self. And your old 40-year-old son with a doggone shirt that say Habakala, whatever. You know I had to look that word up. Let me see what Bama Jamma come up with. You know what that word means? It means a place of sustaining a shock. A losing trade, a loss, sustaining, evil occurrence, trouble, horoscope, or shock shape. That sounds like everything that describes that boy and his mama. Then she gonna say, he ain't got to pay no bills. You gonna pay all the bills like hell. And then talking about somebody jealous. Lady, let me tell you, let me wake you up out this dream you in. If you think a man is jealous of you with your chubby self, and your 40-year-old son that ain't got nothing going for himself, you done lost your damn mind. Oh, have mercy, Jesus. I done heard that. Ooh, sir. Let's get to the next, please.
The reason I'm making this post is because I finally went back to a church after a year and some change. And everybody in there shook my hand, told me I'm getting older and bigger and just networking. And then everybody just kept asking me, what happened with you guys? You guys are beautiful together. You guys are beautiful. I've never said anything negative about the sister because she's genuinely beautiful. But the problem is she had 4 adult children and 2 of them lived with her. At that time, I had a modest home. You know, it wasn't as big as her house, but she had a really big 5-bedroom house, and that mortgage was killing her. She had a good profession, but spending damn near, I think she's spending $2,900 a month. And you got 2 adult sons that's not contributing to anything besides their own personal bills that they're making. So over a period of time, I'm in her ear because I'm her man. I'm gonna protect her mentally, physically, and if I can, financially. So at the end of the day, I tell her, I'm gonna move in with you, and we're gonna either sell my house, or if I get somebody to rent my house, me and her could just split the proceeds and put them in an account for both of us. She said, it's cool. So I tell her, but your sons, one that's 27 and the other one that's 29, they gotta start paying some rent. Meaning, I say $800 a piece. She thought about the number, and she said, $800 is a little bit too much for them. I said, they about to be 30. And to live in this general area, the average 1-bedroom is probably about $1,600. So she said, I'm gonna tell them $500. I said, no problem. Not a problem whatsoever. Mind you, I'm doing everything around the house. Anything that's broke, I'm fixing. I'm cutting grass while we got 2 grown men upstairs just playing video games. So one day we eating, and she tells them, listen, I think it's time for you guys to start paying rent. They start going crazy. They wasn't disrespectful with curse words, but they was like, nah, this is some bull crap. Ever since you start dating him, all these rules and regulations and all this other stuff, it's just not fair, Mom. It's just not fair. And she didn't defend me in any aspect. She was like, let me just go back to the drawing board. And just seeing how she humbled herself made me say, this ain't the queen for me, because my queen would have stood up for me, and my queen would have stood up for herself. And that's the reason why I got the hell on.
That's how I would have signed it when I left her house, too. Wouldn't have heard nothing but the birds crowing outside. And he's sitting out like looking all serious, like he telling a real deep story. No, it ain't deep, my boy. The only thing deep is that you got deep up in there knowing the situation. Got 4 children. You knew she had 4 children. You knew 2 were living with her before you even moved in with her. She had 5 bedrooms. Now you thought you were coming up, my boy. Man, talking about that mortgage was killing her. Hell yeah, killing her $2,900 a month. That'd kill me too. Yeah, you should have bought your house about 20 years ago like I did. Let me get it one time. But anyway, then he gonna tell her, talking about, well, they need to be paying about $800 a piece, contributing. And you know, a 1-bedroom in this area run about $1,600. You know, that's cheap. Well, she said, no, about $500. And he cutting all the grass and fixing the cars and changing the light bulb, taking out the trash. And these jokers up there playing PS5. Mario Brothers. Man, I tell you. And then when they bring it up, she gonna say, we got to go back to the drawing board, because these jokers just went plumb fool. Don't tell her, look at here, that ain't fair, mother. Ever since he came, you gonna make us pay bills? That's not right. Boy, that sound crazy, don't it? And then he gonna say, well, she didn't stand her ground. That's when I realized she wasn't the queen for me. You should have figured that out a long time ago, my boy. You don't get no cookie for figuring out something at the end. Let's hear one more.
That's my blood running through my daughter veins. You can give him a nickname, but dad, father, daddy, no.
That kid is living in that man's household if he's a stand-up father, eating that man's food, be underneath that man's lights. And he's helping, doing everything a father should do. Help him with his homework. He takes him to school, pick him up from school, takes him to football activities, because you're not probably not going to be able to be there all the time.
Right.
But he's doing those things that step in and do that. Right. So I think he deserves the right to be able to be called dad if your kid wants to call this man pops or father or dad.
It's called stepfather and stepdad.
You inherited my kid who's under my structure that I created, that I'm the foundation of. It's prestige behind that title, and you not sharing that title. I'm not sharing that title with no other just because he just came in the picture and he's a great guy. That's nice. Mr. Steve, I appreciate everything you're doing. But dad, father, we're going to have a...
Man. Boy, look at here. That had to be a good one right there. Because guess what? This joker sound about halfway crazy. You know what? I would get a child a nickname. You know what the nickname gonna be? Lawon. L-W-U-N. You know what that means? Living with you, nigga. But guess what? She ain't gonna be staying up in now. Since it's such a prestigious title to be your seed. Man, boy, you better get up out of here. You gonna knock her up with your broke ass. And then you go doggone expect to hold on to the king throne. You expect to be the king with peasant money. If you really want to keep that rank, then guess what? Set the lady up for life, broke-eyed. You sound about stupid. Sitting there like he bringing some valid point, like he talking out the top of a dictionary or something. Man, shut your ooh, stupidity don't care where it rests. Let's hear him now.
I usually pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle. So let me tell you guys about my stepdaughter, all right? She wants her real daddy to walk her down the aisle. Now let me give you a little backstory on me and my stepdaughter. She just graduated from university, which I paid for. Now, she went to an in-state university, but it still cost me about $40,000. Now, I also bought her a car. I bought her a car straight after high school. That way she could go back and forth to school. I bought her a car. She still lives with me and her mother. She does not have a job. Now, she's set to be married on August the 8th. And for the past 6 months, that's all her mother been talking about doing. Being occupied with, being consumed most of their time. Now, her daddy, he don't contribute to not 1 cent on her. Not her education, not child support, which is partly her mother's fault because, you know, she didn't fight for that. And I guess that's just what the settlement was. And he only around to make promises. I do that for you, I do this for you, and then take off. And then she'd be heartbroken. But she adores her father, right? So, like I said, she's set to be married in August. And the wedding venue, I told them they could have it in my home. The wedding venue can hold about 250 people, right? Now I said, hey, I got a list of 20 people that I want to come to the wedding. I'm paying for this at my house. I want these 20 people to come. Do y'all know Saturday, I see one of my friends at the golf course, right? He's supposed to come to the wedding. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna see you at the wedding, right? He said, I only got an announcement. I didn't get an invite. I'm like, nah. I'll let my girlfriend and stepdaughter know to send out the invitations on these few people, and you're supposed to get an invite. He said, I got something, but it was an announcement. So we walked to his car because I want to check, right? And sure enough, it was an announcement. So I went and talked to my girlfriend and said, did you invite those 20 people to the wedding that I told you about? Man, she didn't invite none of them. She said 250 people was a little tight, and I don't think we can get your 20 people in there. Man, I was pissed. And the people that were supposed to come, they pissed as well. Then she gonna say if any of the people that we already invited don't RSVP, then we'll get some of your people in here. I'm like, what? Man, that's crazy, man. Don't even worry about it, man. I'll just be mad. All right? So now, the crazy part about it is, when I check the invitations, they don't even have my name on them. They have her real daddy and her on the invitation that I paid for. I paid for these invitations. How you got a real daddy on there, her mama on there? Cool. Couple days later, I'm hosting the venue at my house, hosting the wedding family at my house, okay? It's me, stepdaughter, girlfriend, groom, and their parents, right? Trying to help everybody get real acquainted. Then a surprise guest shows up, my stepdaughter's real daddy. And I'm like, you know what? Cool. He probably just coming to the wedding, right? But tell me why my stepdaughter proceeds to stand up and announce that her real daddy is giving her wedding.
That's what it would sound like too when I told him, I'm through. Game over. But look at him. This man was looking serious as hell when he was telling that story. I ain't finna go back over the whole story, but I am gonna touch on a few points of it. He done put her through college. He done bought her a car. He done did this. He done did that. Ooh, woo! Sound like you was the daddy, my boy. She might not have known it, but I'm telling you, bro, you was the daddy. You done did all that, and the mama didn't raise up and say, wait a minute now, hold up. This man done put you through school, he did this, he did that, he paying for the wedding, this and that. I don't give a rest. You know what? About your real so-called daddy. He get the scraps of what's left around him. This joker right here, the one that's been taking care of you and put you through college and buying you a car and everything, that's your daddy. Man, please, homeboy got upset. Like, man, look here, y'all gonna put his folks on the guest list and my folks gonna come second if we got room? Like hell. Man, I tell you. And then, boy, when he raised up and said, look at here, I'm releasing my financial obligation. I'm gonna let the real daddy take care of it. You can hear the pin drop. Them broke ass jokers know they wasn't finna come up off no money. He probably hurried up and told her right quick, look at here. I can't make it. Let your stepdaddy go and fill in for me. Cause I ain't got 2 quarters to rub together to give you. Boy, look at him. I tell you, I done heard it all. I done heard it all. Man, all the money you done spent, bro, you done bought your daddy's ship. Let's hear one more.
Yeah. So I was talking to my boy. I don't know what we was talking about, but the subject of stepkids came up, and it was so funny and stuff because we were vibing all of this stuff. And I guess it was his first time ever doing it, but he had intertwined families and stuff, and he was talking about the children feeling some type of way because some of the children was his and some of the children weren't his. You know, I was telling that nigga, man, you know what I'm saying? I done been in that situation plenty of time, but, you know, I done fucked up in that situation and a whole bunch of other situations. But I was telling that nigga, man, look, all the kids in the motherfucking household, you need to goddamn make the motherfuckers feel exactly the same. Don't be talking about these my kids and these right here, goddamn, these ain't my kids. All that shit, man, nigga, that shit is motherfucking dead. You know what I'm saying? All the motherfucking kids need to feel the motherfucking same.
Hear ye. Real Man Association come to order. All real men present say real man. Real man. These are the new stepdaddy laws. Rule number 1. If I'm stepdaddy 24/7 out of the day, there's no way in the hell that the baby daddy should come around every other weekend and have more power than me. Nah. Rule number 2. Don't act like you putting up with my kids when they come around and then you want me to treat your kids like I signed a birth certificate. Nah. Rule number 3. If we living under the same roof, I should never have to check your baby daddy. Shit, that's your job. Nah. Rule number 4. If I'm paying all the bills, doing homework, picking them up to and from school and buying clothes and shoes and shit like that, then I should be able to beat their ass. Nah. If they owe my insurance and they ever say you ain't my daddy, what the fuck?
Yes, sir. That's what it'll sound like. And look at here. Now, I'm going to be serious about this for a second. Now, the first guy that was smoking all that fire, I don't know whether he knew what the hell he was talking about or not. But they say when you smoking splits like that, boy, look at here, you saying stuff that you don't even know what the hell you talking about. But I'm going to say, just for the sake of argument, that he knew what he was talking about. Anyway, he made a good point. You got to treat all them kids the same. You got to treat everybody fair. You feel what I'm saying? When you roll into that stepdaddy role, you got to make sure you treating everybody right, especially if you got kids of your own. You can't be showing partiality. You might think about it, but you got to doggone keep that under wraps because you don't want no child feeling left out or unloved or less loved than everybody else. I made a good point. Yeah. But anyway, that second brother that came up talking about stepdaddy rules, new stepdaddy rules. You're right. He made some good rules on that right there. Them the rules I would have came up with. But that last one, I believe his wife wrote that one in there. Them good wrote that.
His structure need to be heavy in that crib. Now, if he beating your kid, disrespecting your kid, you need to get out of Dodge. You damn need to put that pistol on him, to be honest with you. But outside of that, man, let this man lead. And that's what I see. A lot of women don't do that. They want this deadbeat to leave from nowhere, and he not doing nothing but showing up on Christmas with a half-ass gift. When I'm feeding your kid day for day, every day, I'm feeding you, I'm feeding myself, I'm taking care of all these bills and all that. Hey, we don't need all that. And that's what scares me, because y'all let this outside party have more power than the man that's taking care of everything. And even if he is a day-for-day dad, y'all not together. I'm here. I'm day for day with your child. Even if he lives across the street, the child is in our household. So my presence needs to say a lot. You know, and that's what a lot of men are scared of. My presence ain't gonna mean nothing.
You got kids, bro, and you ain't spending no time with your kids. And when I say spend time, I don't mean taking their ass no Chuck E. Cheese. I'm talking about coming outside, running, playing catch, teaching their ass why they need to be outside, why they eat what they eat, why they gotta do what the hell you want them to do outside, playing with you, etc., bro. Then you not really being a parent. Hey, to all my fathers or mothers out there that got another partner, you feel what I'm saying? Don't keep these kids away from their daddy, bro. Every kid need their daddy. Little boys, they need their daddy to be men, bro. They need their daddy to be men. They need to know sports. They need to know how to be rough. They need to know how to fight. They need to know some values, bro. They need to know how to be a grown-ass man. Can't no woman raise no grown-ass man. Do you understand me? That kid, that little boy, that little girl, they need their goddamn daddy. And if you rob them of that, you robbing your goddamn self. Don't you keep these damn kids away from their daddy, bro. Let their ass keep their damn...
Yeah. You heard it. Should the stepdad have much power with the real dad? Hell to the yeah. Matter of fact, he should have more power than the daddy, because guess what? I'm feeding him. I'm taking care of him. He in my house. No. Run your hind up over here thinking you finna be the king in my castle. You done lost your rabbit. Ooh, sir. But anyway, anyhow, ain't nobody got to have no debate about that. The debate is over when I step in the room. A real G, a real player, a real stepdaddy that's gonna demand his respect right on top. Case closed, ain't nothing else to say. Matter of fact, give me a round of applause. Because that's how it's gonna be. But anyway, anyhow. And this next brother that say, you know, spend time with your kids, get outside, play with them, just like they used to do us when we was little kids. Well, let me take that back. When we was little kids, I think we got abused to a certain extent. Drinking out the water hose, y'all on out there running around bare feet on glass. Kicked out the house early in the morning, can't come back in till the sun about to go down. Pissing on side the house. Only way you can get back in the house, you had to do it number 2. And you better hurry up. But anyway, anyhow, get out there and play with your kids, this and that. You know, you got to play with them a little different now. You can't go out there and punch them in the chest no more. You got to play with them different. You got to be a little tender with them now, because guess what? Your neighbor's looking. You don't want nobody calling defects on you when you're out there playing with them. Defects? I got a guy out here next door. He's playing a little rough with his kids. Anyway, anyhow, get out there and play with your kids. Let them know what it's like to be outside. You know, they need that outside activity to make them more well-rounded. Being able to deal with other folks, other kids, rather. Let me get a roll tide. But anyway, let's have one more.
All right, I need everybody quiet. All right, y'all, so today is Father's Day, and you know what I'm saying? This is going to be my Father's Day gift to my dad.
I thank God that you met my mom and did not give up on her or me. It takes a different kind of man to accept the responsibility that you did. You came into my life when I was wanting some change. If it was not for you, I promise you, I'd either be in jail or dead. You saved my mother and I. You blessed me with a happy life and 4 of the best siblings I can have. Since day one, you never left my side. Even when I got out of the rain, you never gave up on me. just want to say a few words.
Chris.
It's a lot of this all I could type, but it's a lot of stuff that I just can't put into words. It's been times where I felt like I just didn't have nobody, and then it's like you was always there. Even my mama couldn't make you was always there every event. Stuff you didn't even have to be there for, stuff I didn't even think nobody would come to. Times where I just needed somebody to talk to, you was there. Not to throw no shots or nothing like that, but you all I got. It's like you my father at the end of the day. So alright, so I'm ready to say this, and I want you to adopt me as your own. I have, along with everyone else, seen you as my father and the #1 male role model in my life. By you adopting me, you will also become my legal father in the eyes of the law. You have earned all credibility for the man that I've become.
Oh, man. Oh. Whoa, man, that was powerful. Oh, my God.
It won't be you, I won't be the man that I am. It won't be you, I won't be the father that I am to the rest of your brothers and sisters, man. You made me what I am. I would. You just don't know, you were more influential than me, I was to you, man.
So, what's the answer to the question?
Hell yeah.
Man, this one, man, this mean,
It's the only way I feel like I could repay you. It ain't nothing else I could have done to give you what you made, what you raised.
I'll be honored to give you my last name, man. I'll be honored for you to be able to say you in legal, my son. Man.
And that also makes you my legal grandfather, my legal uncle.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all.
I got to give you. Yeah, I got to give you. Yes. Thank you, sir.
All right, so
Sir.
that's it. The camera right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I had to do it in my arcane, so I got to promote it at the same time. But yeah, so that's my Father's Day gift to my pops, you know what I'm saying? Y'all show me love, man. This took a lot, especially for me to crown camera. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that was a tearjerker for Bama Jamma right there, because I can relate. Matter of fact, let's give that young fella a round of applause for being real, being forthright with his feelings and saying what he said. Whew! Now, being serious for a moment. Some of y'all, and I'm going to tell you, some of y'all fellas that call y'all self want to embark down the stepdaddy rabbit hole, do not do it. Because you got to be built full tough to be a stepdad in today's climate anyway. Don't listen at what somebody telling you about, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that, because them same folks that give you that raggedy advice that ain't worth a dime will do the exact opposite of what they tell you to do. Trust me, Bama Jamma, no. I got a cousin that told me to do something 40 years ago, and he turned out and did the exact thing that he told me not to do. So you got to make your own choices on matters. Now, Bama Jamma is a stepdaddy of 3. Them 3 I wouldn't trade for nothing in the world. Now, I don't think I could have done that if I hadn't been the first one to touch her before she got them babies. Anyway. Them three wouldn't trade them for nothing in the world. Treat them like they was my own. And guess what? They have turned out to be jewels of society. Because Bama Jamma reared them the right way. Let me give myself a round of applause. Reared them the right way means that I was the daddy in the house. I set the rules. I what do they call it? I exalted the discipline over the kids. You feel me? And I wasn't finna take no shout from no baby daddy coming up and not telling me what I can, what I can't do. You got to be the numero uno ocho moncho in your house. And when you got it set up like that, guess what? You can't be nothing but successful. And my 3 stepkids have turned out to be 3 of the most successful stepkids on the planet. Let me give myself a round of applause. But anyway, you got to be built for tough to be a stepdad in today's climate. Now, some of y'all brothers don't do it now. If you ain't built for it, don't do it. Don't do it. Save yourself some trouble. But anyway, that's going to do it for shows it.
That's it for today. For shows it. Make sure you hit that bell for notification and click on that like for confirmation. We thank you for tuning in. Without you, we'd be failing. A little soliloquy. Like a Snicker bar dipped in white chocolate. It ain't subpar. We here. Can't stop this. With impeccable style, charm, and wordplay. It's just a matter of time before they say. For shows it is all the rage. Getting big numbers on their page. See you next time to talk this here. Catchphrase coming. Here it is. Amen.